Hello everyone, the 316 here with another Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse review. This time I have the Collector's Edition number 10, Wonder Woman, the normal version. There's also a platinum version of this figure. I don't have that, and no interest unless I see it in person and then I impulse buy it. Anyway, this figure retails for $29.99. You can get it just about anywhere. The only problem is trying to get your hands on it. I had pre-ordered mine from Amazon quite a while ago. I thought it was fitting considering she is an Amazon. So, uh, good luck finding one. I think Big Bad Toy Store might have some in stock as of the filming of this video. This video should go up on a Monday. But anyway, let's go ahead and start off with the accessories. So the ones people don't really care for. You have the card stand and the card. Card looks nice. And then here's the back of the card. You can read that if you want to. Also, mine is a bit misprinted, so it kind of has a like a holograph on holograph look to it. But yeah, you can definitely tell with the W here by my left thumb that is misprinted. I'm not sure how that happened. Same thing with data file, that's misprinted. So yeah, I don't collect misprints, but it's cool to have a misprint, I guess. So there's the card stand. We'll put that somewhere. Next up, we have hands. She comes with 3 sets of hands. They are all mirrored. So she has a left and a right holding hand. Her right holding hand is on the figure. She has a left and a right fisted hand, which her left fist is on the figure. And she has 2 open hands like this to, get some of those classic looking poses that Wonder Woman usually does. Last few accessories, she does come with an axe, which I believe is reused. I don't know where from, but I'm pretty sure this is a reused piece. Next up, we have her sword, which is a reused piece. It's kind of a weird looking sword. That's kind of how I knew it was reused. It's got like, it's not fully straight. It has a little bit of like an arrowhead shape to the tip of the sword. And she does come with a shield, of course, which I think is also reused. I don't mind. It's a good shield. So, and that just fits on like so. So you can't attach it to her back or anything. I don't know why you would, but there's that. And to make this easier, I am going to remove these for the rest of the review. Last accessory she comes with is her little lasso, which you can unfurl, but I'm going to leave the tape on mine so I can use it as a display. But that just drapes over that little piece that's sticking out of her skirt, and you can lay that flat. I think I'd rather would have had a like a plastic one that doesn't open, but I do like the fact that they gave us this actual wire piece. It looks good. It's a nice color. It doesn't match the gold on her outfit, but that's okay. Now, before we get into the figure, I am going to take a quick look at the box. This was not misprinted. This is printed just fine. Collector's Edition, DC Multiverse. Says number 10, Wonder Woman on that side. Same thing over here. Who is Wonder Woman? That's apparently where this particular figure is from. And in the background of the card here, you can see she's got some eagles surrounding her. Too bad she didn't come with one. That would have been cool. And if you're looking for this figure in store, here's the barcode and other information you might want. Produced in November. That's interesting. Okay. Put the box somewhere. Get these accessories out of the way. Camera decided it want to look the other way. Wonder Woman herself, though. I think they did a pretty good job with this. There is some reuse here. Most notably the upper thigh, the knees, all of the arm, and actually I think that's it. But there might be reuse somewhere else, but that's definite reuse in the arms, upper legs, and knees from Superwoman, from the Target exclusive Build-A-Figure wave. She's pretty tall. I mean, she's an Amazon, it makes sense, but these are some long-ass legs. Like, just some long-ass legs. They're okay. What I don't like, though, is that they didn't paint the white all the way down. I'm not going to show him in this video, but Red Tornado, that just came out this month, he actually has the white that goes down onto the ankle joint, or he has the gold, rather, go all the way down from the top of his boot through the ankle joint onto the foot. So it's kind of a bummer that a figure that's nearly $10 more does not have that paint on the ankle. That's it's kind of missed, if you ask me. Another thing is on her crotch piece here, you have all the stars, which look good, but then there's just this big patch of blue. It looks very odd, and there's nothing wrong with her backside here, like with the star placement. It's just very strange that there's a like missing star pattern here. They easily could have slapped in 2 stars, but maybe there was an issue with that. I don't know. Her bracers, I don't think they come off. I did try to like peel them, but I'm sure with enough heat and enough force, you could probably peel off the bracers if you wanted to have just some female arms. Ooh, the lasso's getting in the way. I'm just gonna take that off. But yeah, the gold paint looks nice. Nothing looks too scratched up, banged up. I also do wish that her logo here on her torso, upper torso, was connected like it is on the card art. On the figure, there's like this red line here that separates it. I don't particularly dislike the look. I just think that it looks kind of weird. I'm used to Wonder Woman having a connected logo on her torso there. So I'm not sure why they did that, especially with this lower piece not being separated. If this lower piece was also separated, I would have been fine with it, but just very strange that it's not. I don't know why they did that. Back of the figure looks alright. She's very muscular in her laterals there. Looks pretty good. The faux butterfly joint socket pieces are a little loose. It does look kind of weird in certain poses. From the front, it's not too bad until you get to about there. And anyway, next up, the head. Head looks good here. I do feel that it sits a little too low on the neck. This figure is pretty tall, but you could add a different neck piece to her to make it so that she can actually have a bit more range of movement, because she's kind of permanently looking down. Like, you can pull this back, but if you try to like twist her head, she starts to look down, and it just doesn't. It's not good for head articulation. She's just constantly looking down when she looks to the side. You can kind of fix it, but not really. Skin tone seems to be pretty consistent throughout the figure. None of it's painted. I don't really understand why Mcfarlane does painted skin tones. For certain figures, it makes sense, like the Joker. If you wanted to paint the white or the skin tone on, it makes sense. But for just standard characters like Wonder Woman here, which they didn't do it on this Wonder Woman, I just don't understand it. Like, I recently picked up a figure, and I'm just like, why is this painted? It makes no sense. Anyway, Wonder Woman looks good, and articulation's good as well. Knees, they can bend. Pretty good. She can kick her own ass, just barely. Toe pivot's good. Or ankle pivot, rather, is good. Toe's good. Does she have any twist in her thigh? Barely any. You get a little bit more when you extend it outward. And yeah, she can go pretty far with the splits, if not all the way. Maybe like one click away from the splits. Arms, you saw very good range of movement in the arms, actually. I'm very surprised by that. The upper arm here, there is a swivel, but it is a little stiff. She can get pretty much what you want out of the double jointed elbows. And of course, you have the Mcfarlane style wrist joints, which they're just the balls. They're not sculpted, but you get the standard there. Really like the range of movement in the arms. Very good. A lot of good poses here. Now, her hair does get in the way on this side just a little bit, but she still has that range of movement. Still looks kind of weird with the rotator cuff. That's the word I was thinking of. The rotator cuff here being so loose in there. I wish it was rooted a bit more in there, but maybe they let it loose so that she could have a better range of movement. I don't know. She does not have an ab crunch. This is all one piece here, but I mean, look at that. Oof, like that's eek. She's got a broken spine there, and she has practically zero forward. She has a little bit, but it's basically non-existent. Like, you can try, but you're just bending the legs at this point. Oh, I forgot to mention, she does come with the collector stand. It has the silver tampograph label rather than the black tampograph. All right, let's get Wonder Woman back here, and let's see how tall she is and some size comparisons. So she stands at 7.5 inches tall. She's an Amazon. She should be tall, right? Do we want to start with DC Multiverse or do we want to start with the other figures? I think we should start with the other figures from other lines. So let's continue with some other 7-inch lines. And yes, I am going to bring in a DC Multiverse figure to start. But we have Arkham City Batman, who is about the same height. About the same height. They're very similar. I would say Wonder Woman's just a touch taller. Sticking with 7-inch lines, we have the Target exclusive AEW Unrivaled Samoa Joe, WWE Elite 100 John Cena, the Jazzwares Halo Spartan Yoroi from the Spartan collection. Lastly, some 6-inch lines. We have Tiger Force Outback from G.I. Joe Classified. We have Dino Thunder Black from Lightning Collection Power Rangers. And lastly, we have Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man from Marvel Legends. She looks pretty good next to all of these figures. Maybe not the 6-inch figures, but definitely the ones that are closer to 7 inches. She scales very well with the wrestling figures and even the Spartan figures from Halo. Now, I'd like to mod this Wonder Woman so her legs aren't as tall. I'm not sure how to do that. Some people cut the boot. I think that the better play here would be to cut her upper thigh. I think that piece is just way too long. Anyway, now that those figures are out of the way, I say that before I start removing them. See, this is where a more professional YouTuber would cut out a portion of the video. Anyway, let's see how she looks next to DC Multiverse figures. Most notably, the Justice League, since I don't have any Wonder Woman villains, nor do I think they've made any. So first of all, we're going to start off with Martian Manhunter, gold label. I got him at a local, a vintage toy store. That's an upcoming review, so stay tuned for that. Probably won't be the week that the Wonder Woman review goes live. Next up, we have the Target exclusive Flashpoint Flash. Love this Flash. He looks good. Let's recenter this real quick here. There we go. Next up, we have Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern. I would have had a Hal here, but Postman didn't deliver my package, and I had to get refunded for it. So Kyle will do for now. I mean, Kyle has been shown in a few of the different Justice League books, so also he has like the right color difference for the particular Justice League that I have here. Anyway, next up, we have Nightfall Batman. This is a lot of people's Justice League Batman, as well as mine. I'm going to reposition him just a little bit. Come on, there we go. He has trouble with his ankles, just my copy. And last, and of course certainly not least, trying to get them in a... There we go. We have the Atomic Skull 2-pack Superman. And these 6 look great together. I hope to get an Aquaman Classic soon. He should still be for a good price on Amazon and other places. But, you know, finally have a more complete looking Justice League with Wonder Woman. It was a sausage fest until then. Todd, if you're listening, more of this, please. Wonder Woman's a great figure. $30 for what we get, I think, is a very good price. She comes with a shield, 2 weapons, a wire lasso, 3 sets of hands. It's great. This is a great figure. I do think she's a little tall, at least in the upper thigh. I wish that was a little bit smaller, but otherwise, I think she looks great next to the Justice League members, and the Platinum looked good as well. I really love the paint job here, minus the ankles and the lack of stars underneath her crotch belt piece. I think that you should have added 2 stars there to make it look better. Anyway, Wonder Woman turned out great. Highly recommend this figure. She'd be good for customs, making her neck peg a little taller, shortening the upper thigh. It'd be a 10 out of 10 for me. But without it, it's probably a 9.5 out of 10 if I ranked by numbers like that. Anyway, stay tuned for the Martian Manhunter review. Don't know when that's going to go live. But if you see this Wonder Woman figure, grab it. Everyone wants it. It's a good figure. Absolutely great. Anyway, be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe, and hit the bell. It all helps out the channel. Let me know in the comments down below what other figures you want to see me review, not just McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse. And as always, peace.